All right, welcome to Smokey's UK Rap Files. I'm your boy Journalist, and on this one, we are on our continued travel through Little Simz. I Love You, I Hate You is the name of this one. This is off of her Sometimes I Might Be Introvert album. I would like to update you guys because you guys keep saying I need to listen to her music or the albums I'd like to do in full succession. We can now do that. I fixed my laptop. Well, not my laptop. My PC is now fixed. I can properly do long form content now without having to be concerned about it crashing and not saving the file. Now that I've let you guys know this album will be continued this way. However, was it like Great Theory or something like that, or whatever her other albums are, I will be doing those fully, like no stops, just go through it, and we'll have two versions of it. We'll have the initial song on YouTube, but then I have the full album on the Patreon. That way I don't have to really worry about getting strikes, or if anything gets blocked, it still can be viewed. That being said though, please hit that like. I'm trying to get every video to hit 30 likes minimum. If you could, please hit that sub, and then also Patreon. It's in the description box. Filling it out every day now. So tap in if you would like to. Let's get into this one. All right, all right, all right. This sounds magnanimous. Sounds epic, like a really, like movie score. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Yo, her samples, these last two records with the samples, oh my God, Two Worlds Apart, and then this one, the sample, fucking cold, but those drums, and the bass line on here is fire. So fat and fuzzy. Like,
so much, I would give my life for this. If the bullet was the beat, I would probably die for this. How many times did I cry for this? I would hate myself if I didn't at least try for this. What's at stake is bigger than me. Blood, tears, how it stains, can't rid it with ease. What we have in common is our pain. We're given the keys to unlock what it takes to fight for what we believe in. Hard to confront the truth of what you see in the mirror. Some people you inspire and others you trigger. Fighting in blind faith, led by the internal voice. You might not want to do it, but you don't have a choice. Will the pressure take me to new heights or be my demise? Will my intentions coincide with what I advise? The people looking up to me doing everything right, but who am I to tell anyone how to live their life? Your pain threshold will determine if you survive. I'm amazed by it, lying to myself, pretending I was never faced by it. Maybe cause you're in my DNA, that's why.
this is the only time I felt like I've heard a song from hers that was improperly mixed, and it's only they should have scooped the fucking frequencies on this part. Yeah, the fucking just the build on the sample is just too fucking loud. Like they could have leveled it, or they could have scooped so her voice just comes out fucking more. But it's the only part of the time, the first time I've ever heard like a song from her, and I'm just like, why we let this go in the mix, blood? Like, you get drowned out by the music. I'm here to hear every syllable. Fucking doesn't matter what it is. I'm trying to hear you. The beat is nice, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to hear you. So I don't like when it gets covered up.
Lying to myself, pretending I was never faced by it. Maybe cause you're in my DNA, that's why.
Hey, my young boy look vexed.
Sometimes, always, but right now. You made a promise to God to be there for your kids. You made a promise to give them a life you didn't live. My ego won't fully allow me to say that I miss you. A woman who hasn't confronted all her daddy issues. The day will come when you gotta find all the answers to your sins. Pressures of provider, feeling unhappy within. Know what kind of external family shit up on your plate. But I understand wanting and needing an escape. Too much unsaid, now the silence giving me headaches. Only through speech can we let go of all this dead weight. Even though I'm angry, don't wanna be disrespectful. Trying to figure out how to approach this in the best way. Hard to not carry these feelings even on my best days. Never thought my parents would give me my first heartbreak. Anxiety giving me irregular heart rate. Used to avoid getting into how I really feel about this. Now I see how fickle life can be, and so it can't wait. Should have been the person there to hold me on my dark days. It's easier to stargaze. I wish then be faced with this reality. Is you a sperm donor or a dad to me, and still.
Yo, the openness of this verse, especially as a person who I truly don't understand having daddy or mommy issues as an adult. I just don't get it. Do I understand it affects people? Surely. But I just don't get it. I'm not a person who particularly carries around like demons or past regrets or anything. So a lot of these subject matters that I applaud people for the bravery of providing it in music, because I know I'm just one person. There are actually hundreds of millions of people who share these same fucking inner id issues. So it is very beneficial. But then I just be like, yo, you're such an amazing person. Who the fuck cares? Like, why? Like, why? But then I hear these things and I'm just like, damn. I think she's really nice. She's one of the best female rappers I've heard in modern eras. So then for her to be like, oh, I'm caught up with this shit, I'm like, why? You're so amazing. Who the fuck cares? That motherfucker missed out. But I'm happy that you are who you are today, despite the pain that you're telling me about on this song. And I think that's where I find the enjoyment in hearing these things is, despite the bullshit she's gone through with her parents and how she carries that weight today, she still turned out to turn into Little Simz, who's making me a song called I Love You, I Hate You. And I fucking love it.
On this mission you live and learn. The world don't show you no mercy from birth. How do you humanize your hero? Round here you're only respected as earned. Half-hearted stories can't let your guard down. To get to Nirvana, where do you start out? Angry cause they don't meet your unrealistic standards. Then you realize that they're human and you calm down. Sometimes I'm unbalanced and I think, raw, why am I losing my steps? Lately I'm paranoid, I feel my life is a mess. I'm just using my voice, hope it will have an effect. He was just once a boy, often I seem to forget. Looking at Polaroids, a picture secretly kept. You know what was the...
That is the thing I think in myself. The reason why I feel like I don't carry any particular mommy or daddy issues after being a parent myself. So I don't know if you guys know, I did have a kid at one point. My daughter has passed away. But in that time, I've had a brief glimpse into what it's like to be a parent, what it's like to not want to be a parent, a whole host of things. So when she says I have to remember that he's still a boy, I believe that's where I found solace or was able to square things from my parents and what I wish had have happened for me as a kid. Because it's just like, yo, they were children trying to raise a kid. Like, we forget just because they're their parents. They're like, yo, a lot of our parents had us at times where their life was tumultuous. Like, even mine, like when I had my daughter and everything, my life at that point, on paper it's good. Job, family, house, all these things. Like, everything on paper is good. But I'm fucking 23, yo. What the fuck am I doing with all of these, what we consider traditional adult things that people all work and aspire to? I'm just like, some of the most stressful shit I've ever been through. And I was still a child at that point, raising one. Like, the fuck? So it's just, I feel like as adults, sometimes we have a lack of care and understanding for those people that we feel should have never let us down. And I'm just like, if you could just remember, bro, like, they were kids. Babies. They didn't know what they were fucking doing, and there's no actual manual on how to be a good parent or how to raise a great child. It's a very tough situation for all parties involved. And if you turn out to end up on the other side of it, being an international global star, that's great. That's great. However, I do understand people still carry pain and shit, so I'm just like, that's mad. That's mad.
Destroyed, but you don't know what was left. Trying to phase out the noise of all you hear in your head. Everything is a choice and anything can be said. Is you missing the point? Are you just hearing me vent? Or is you in understanding, knowing my words will connect? I keep you in my prayers, cause life is short as we know. Every mistake you make should contribute to your growth. What you choose to avoid will probably come in your dreams. I'm not forgiven for you, man, unforgiven for me, and sometimes.
Yes. And that's why when I hear her speak about her daddy issues, if she's got some mommy issues coming up, that's where I find refreshing and enjoyable, because it's not woe is me. It's like a release, like she says. Like, I'm not doing this shit. She's not doing it for me. She ain't doing it for that nigga. She ain't doing it for nobody. This is for her. And that's where I can respect it. And it doesn't just become some trope in her music. It actually becomes healing moments along her journey that I guess we're all allowed to participate or see in, because she gives them in songs to the world. And that's, I guess, where I find the difference in how she talks about these things. Or like when J. Cole talks about his daddy issues, I'm like, shut up, nigga. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care.
Sometimes.
Fire record. I love you. I hate you. If I'm completely honest, I probably shared a little bit too much about my personal stuff on this one, but I just said what I normally do on every video. That's what came to mind. Kept it 100. So, hey, thank you guys very much for, one, allowing me this space to actually speak this way when I do these reactions. With two, thank you for just supporting me doing this, and I can't wait to get through the rest of this album. Top female MC, best female MC, alongside Miss Dynamite, that I've ever heard from over here, that I'm just like, yo, shorty is cold. She is cold. She makes great music, and I enjoy listening to it. That being said, that'll be it for me on this one. Thank you guys very much for joining me. If you could, please hit that like, subscribe. Patreon's in the description box, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.